Welcome everyone to another episode of Under the Scope podcast. We're currently on our 14th episode. So I wanted to make sure that we've invited another special guest. If you guys have not been on the podcast and want to share your stories of who you are, where your gamer tag came from, what you're trying to accomplish, make sure and hit up Fez. All right. Make sure if you're over on Twitch, you hit !Discord and join our Discord. If you're not, make sure you hit our links and if you're on Kick, there's a link to our Discord. If you're on YouTube, there should be a Discord link as well. If not, we'll post it on there. But anyways, guys, today we have another special guest. As always, you guys understand, you guys know that every single guest on this podcast is a special guest for us. So we're going to introduce another person, part of the gaming community, and we'll let them tell their stories. So without further ado, we will go ahead and introduce to you guys TBZGordo. All right, let's go ahead and get this gentleman inside into this podcast. And let's see what we got. Yo, what's going on, TBZ? How you doing?
How's it going, brother?
Oh, it's going, man. It's going. Yo, man, first of all, thank you so much for taking the time to jump on with us and tell us your story.
Well, thank you for inviting me, bro. I feel privileged.
No, man. The privilege is all ours. So tell us, the first question we start off with, where did TBZGordo come from? How'd you get that gamer tag?
All right, so a while back when I barely started getting into Twitch, like creating the channel or like starting it up pretty much.
Yep.
I was pretty big, and I was like, well, what would be a good nickname? Because I never gave myself a nickname. Everyone just calls me by my first name, and I was like, I'm pretty big. I mean, fat? No. And then I was like, well, Gordo? I'm like, we'll take it. But the TBZ portion comes from my group of friends and I that we started off like making these silly videos. Like, you know how Jackass would do it back then? They just record themselves doing stunts. Yeah. We would do stuff like that, but it was recorded like in a little Motorola. And that like kind of inspired us to like keep going with it. But there was a time when we all stopped, and then one person like kept going with it. His name is 4K Joe. He kind of like got us back on track to like starting to stream, doing more YouTube videos. They started doing podcasts as well. I was actually pretty surprised because it all happened like in 2 years. And wow. Yeah, we've been on track this time. It feels good though. And so the TBZ comes from because we were all big back then as kids when we started. So we're thick boys. And we didn't want to put the S because we thought the Z would look more cool, because if you, we kind of got I'm at the show it. It looks like the Dragon Ball Z.
Yeah, DBZ kind of, but TBZ. Yeah. Got it.
Yeah, that's why we wanted the Z, and that was the only reason. And so I think 3 of us got it tatted.
All right.
But that's where it came from. So I was like, I'm gonna just match it together.
So TBZ is thick boys, and then Gordo, what does that stand for? For those that don't know what Gordo means.
It means pretty much fat or fat boy. And well, since I used to be fat, and well, I used to get made fun of it, and it would like suck. But then I got over it at some point because I kind of like lost a lot of pounds. So I got over it. So now when people say it to me, it don't do much. I kind of laugh it off now. So it kind of like, it brings up, like, let's say I'm playing games and someone calls me fat. Like it fuels me to like start making jokes too.
Yeah.
Like keeps me going.
That's good, bro. That's actually really good, man. So Celtic over on chat saying, so never go around town saying Gordo. Got it.
Yeah. Because I'm going to come back at you. I'm come back with the jokes.
TBZGordo, thick boys, and it's fluffy. All right. That's how we're going to do it. But it means little husky, you know, fat, if you want to really the translation. So, yo, man, thanks for sharing that, TBZGordo. So tell us, man, who is TBZGordo? Like, who's the person behind it? You know, like, who are you?
I don't even know. No, I'm well.
You can share as much as you want and as much as you don't want. All right. So
this started off as like doing it, like I'm still doing it on the side because I actually am like a barber. at a town that's like 30 or 40 minutes away. So I am self-employed, so I make my own schedule. Therefore, I'm able to put like work every day, but have like my early hours or whatever it may be, like to cut hair, and then after that, just come over here and stream. And well, that's what I do like for career wise. And I've been doing it for a while already. I've been doing it for like professionally 6 years, unprofessionally under the table since I was like 14, 15.
All right. And so let me ask you, what is now, where do you live, man? Like what city? Or what city you work in? You don't have to tell us where you live, but what city you work in?
I don't know. Let's see. I work in Fresno, but I live in a small like little town outside of it,
Uh-huh.
um, called Riverdale. I went to the high school, but I
Okay.
used to live further down, like at least like where I work right now. I would take an hour drive to get just to my house. So it would be back and forth like that for a while. But I recently moved here, and it feels like a little shorter by like 20 minutes, but something.
Yeah. Well, there you go. If you guys are out that way and you need a haircut, hit up
There
TBZGordo. He
you go.
got you.
You
You
even got to
know?
book an appointment. Just slide through. I got you.
See? Just slide in his DMs. I mean, slide in his barbershop.
Hey,
So
whatever works.
so all right. Barber by day and gamer by night. So or afternoon or but so
Whatever
all
time.
right. So how did you get into gaming, man? Like tell us how I know you say you had a bunch of friends making silly videos and all that, but how did you get into gaming?
Well, it mostly like back then, or where we used to live, we didn't get a lot of internet, so we kind of just whatever console we had, we just connect all four controllers into that one console and just hope for the best. And it worked that way for a while, but then after like some time doing it over and over, we kind of noticed like it got boring. We kind of wanted to play against other people, so some of us tried getting a hotspot, didn't work. It was too slow. So until I was at least 18 or 19, I would only play like solo games. But the thing was, I would talk to myself like if somebody was here because I'm so used to talking to my friends while I'm playing.
Yeah.
And so I would talk to I'm like, dude, I need to start like someone's gotta watch me or someone's gotta be next to me. And then that's when like I think it was after I got out of high school, I'd watch streams, but I never like paid too much attention. Like, oh, it's probably really difficult to like set it all up and stuff.
Yeah.
And then I figured out Twitch was like a way easier system to use if you actually like look into it.
Yeah.
And so I started doing it through a PlayStation. What was it, a PS4 when it was still cool before the pandemic.
Yeah.
And it was like it would shut down like every 2 hours. You could hear it speed up. And the main thing I would always play is just Call of Duty because that's where you get a lot of people that talk smack. But if they get too crazy, you can just mute them. That was the best part. I was like, oh, it's easy. Like this just gives you the book. It's cheat code right there. Like you just gotta mute them if they get crazy. And
Yep.
then when they're muted and they're not talking, you talk. It's cool.
So okay, so you got into gaming back in the days, and now you also told us how you got into streaming. And so what is it that, TBZ Gordo wants to accomplish? Is there something in the gaming industry you want to accomplish? A content creator full time, streamer full time, both, or what is it that you're trying to accomplish?
I'd like to half and half it,
Okay.
like with content and my still cut hair because I do like cutting hair still. I don't want it to get to a point where I hate it. So I
Yeah.
want to do this half and half, and
Mm.
just I like to make people laugh if that makes sense. Like if I could make even the most serious person like chuckle, then I'm
Yep.
like, we're gonna make you giggle.
That's
You
it.
know,
That's
like
a win.
it makes me laugh.
Yeah.
So that's what I like.
Man, well, that's great. So, are you currently making content as you stream as well? I know you said you play Call of Duty. Do you play any other video games?
I try to play. I didn't ever play Fortnite a lot, so I'm getting out of my system right now. I'm playing a
Okay.
lot of it.
Okay.
I used to stream Apex, a bunch of first-person shooters, but most of the time I'll just like I'll react to like YouTube videos, like different
Okay.
type of stuff or
Y-
podcasts or anything like that. I'll just react to it, and if it's something crazy, then I'll try to like talk about it with whoever's in the chat.
Okay. All right. So okay. So that's kind of like, do you create content out of that though, as well as you're
Well,
streaming and watching that, or no? Like, do you
Not
make your own?
necessarily.
Because there's a lot of YouTubers now, or big even streamers that will watch other people's games and then they'll talk about it, kind of deal, or they'll comment over that gameplay and stuff like that. Is that something you do as well, or no?
Sort of in a way, like if I'm watching someone, then I'll stop at halfways, give my
Yeah,
2 cents, keep going. But then like it kind of sucks because then it feels like it's limited to that. Because like let's say you search someone up and then you're finished with the video. All right, what's your next move? Watch another video.
yeah,
So I had to hop back into like all right, what are we gonna play? But the other
yeah.
day I started thinking about it, playing horror games like to scare myself because I like watching scary movies, and I was like, I wonder if the games will scare me as much as like the movies do because
Yeah. Jump
I could
scares.
watch it. Yeah, I could watch a movie alone, but if there's a jump scare, I'm jumping. I'm backing up 5 feet.
According to Fez, she loves watching your streams because you make her laugh and watching your acrobatic cat. So, are you the acrobatic cat, or do you actually have an acrobatic cat?
I don't know where he is at the moment, but
Oh, okay, so we
he
got a
does
cat. All right.
he does be doing flips, but I do them faster.
Honestly, like so all right, so you watch all these videos, you're trying to do your stuff half and half for now. Obviously I'm sure are you built I'm sure if it happens where, you become you do enough to grow your content and grow as a streamer, would that be something that then your barber, professional be kind of sideline, or would it be put on the back burner, or would it be something you still would do?
On that end, I think I was mostly planning on like if it does happen that way, I
Yeah.
would just like charge a little more extra for cutting hair because if they really do want me to cut their hair that bad, because I honestly don't see my work as extravagant as other people. I just see it as like I'm gonna treat you well because that's what they're paying me for the service. I'm gonna
Yeah.
treat you well, but I know someone else that can treat you well for like the same price when I'm gone. For
Yep.
example, I'll be gone for like a whole week this upcoming week,
Yep.
and I let everyone know every week. I send them out a message blast through this app that I booked through, and it lets them know like, hey, I'm gonna take time off this next few weeks. I'm gonna have them fully open, so whoever gets them gets them. If you guys need any more time and there's nothing available, just text me. That's the message I sent out to all of them,
Okay.
and so I can always say like, hey, I'm gonna take streaming more serious, so I'm gonna take more time doing that. So if you guys really want me to cut your hair, the price will go up $5 to $10 depending on how much I want to put into the streaming more,
Yeah.
the content creation more. Then
Yep.
I'll just flip it, and then if someone really wants me to cut the hair, then I could probably make content out of it too. Because there's times when I am streaming at work and I'll be cutting hair, and it's oh man, everyone's laughing in there. So
Yep.
it's a funny way to.
But nah, man. So listen, I don't know if you've seen, but I'm not gonna say who to not throw them out on the, put them on blast on this podcast with 11 people watching us. But, but I will say that one of the people we play with sent me a video on TikTok, okay, that shows a lady barber, okay, a female barber that sits on your lap, and she used to be in California. Now she's in Vegas, but she sits on your lap while cutting your hair. So, so TBZGordo, is that kind of like what you're gonna charge more for, bro? I'm just messing with you,
Hey
man.
man, sometimes money talk. No.
I had to, bro. It was there. It was
Hey
there.
man,
Hey,
you'd be
man.
surprised. There's some crazy stuff going on out there. There's doing more than just sitting on your lap.
I'm sorry. Oh, really? Like that, bro?
Hey, that's look crazy.
See, Kyle said he'll
Uh,
tip $50 for that treatment. Damn, there you go.
you just got a bug special ending in the request, and I'll
20
think about it.
slip in his thumb, right? You get to slip it in. There you go. So,
You gotta send me a picture of yourself before you.
dude, I couldn't pass that up, man. It was like right there, man. This is 18 and over anyway, so.
That's good. That's good.
Oh, man. So,
I
nah,
actually
man.
have
It's
on
crazy,
a real
though.
note,
Like, what's
on a
up?
real note, I have a cousin who actually cuts hair in Texas, and she purposely wears like short dresses at work to get
Uh-huh.
more of the clientele. And she tells me she's like, it actually works, but like once they
Oh.
leave, they're bummed out. But at the same time, it's like you're happy because you got your pay. I was like, damn, that's crazy. You got
So let me ask you. So TBZ, your Thick Boys, is that community currently still going on, Gordo, or no?
Well, yeah, we're still at it, but we're mainly like focusing everything on one dude's channel because it's the one that's going more fast track, and then we're gonna dilute it to like we're already in the process of making our group channel for
Okay.
everyone because there's only three of us that actually do like the more of the content creation side, and
Okay.
the other two are more of the financial and the manager side that get everything like situated. While
Okay.
we over here we just do dumb stuff while they're like in the back fixing everything, being responsible.
But nah, man. So, all right. So you guys are gonna build your YouTube. You got your Discord as well for TBZ yet?
Yeah, we don't have a one for like a community one. We just
Yeah.
have
Yeah.
one for us because we've no one's actually stepped up to actually make it. I personally am too lazy to do it. That's why I'm hoping one of the responsible guys steps in and says, "What's up?"
Right. And then it just happens.
Yeah, but I think at this point it's gonna be me.
So
I'm
what is
down.
the plan? Give me your one short goal and your long goal, or I guess your ultimate goal for TBZ. What are you guys looking to do like yesterday, and what are you guys looking for it to become in the future?
Hmm. I feel like everyone in TVZ, that's a difficult one because like everyone has their own goal,
Mm-hmm.
but we're all doing the same grind to get to it. So, for example, I'd like to be someone that not only owns a business,
Yep.
like when it comes to barbering,
Yep.
but also be able to like to be a hard like a blue collar,
Yeah.
and but still have that luxury of like if it not to rely on it on the blue collar job.
Yeah.
So that's my long term goal because I don't want to. I always wanted to be like rich and famous and all this stuff, but I realized like most of those people look stressed out, and I don't want to look stressed out. So I'll just do whatever makes me feel like comfortable and happy, or even challenges me too. But
Yeah.
that would be my goal. Everyone else has a separate goal, but for now is just to like be more active. Like in the next month, in the next year or two, we should like everyone should be posting at least more than twice as much as they do now. Our goals are like pretty
They
this
align in
yeah
one way, shape, or form. They aligned to where you guys are trying to get to. How your guys are trying to get to, it might be a little different, but the end result for all of you guys is pretty much aligned.
yeah that's a pretty much yeah.
What was the first game you ever played in console? And then what is your favorite game now to play?
Okay, so the first one probably would say the original Xbox,
Okay.
the one that one was dude, I put that one through the ringer. Poor thing got a red circle all over it.
I was gonna say
But
literally because that thing always had rings around it.
yeah, I was
The
like,
red
damn,
rings.
I got red. First thing I did,
Yeah.
go to YouTube, let's see what happens.
Yeah.
And
Oh,
I
dude.
followed the instructions. It got worse. It just like started blinking red and stuff. And I was like, what am I gonna do? And I left it alone for like a cool 4 months or so. And then I turned it back on and it worked. And I was like, cool. And then
Overheating.
and then the next time it just didn't want to turn on. So I was like, all right, that's it.
That's it. All right. What game?
The game, I mean, shoot, that's tough. I would say Call of Duty, but me off. Mm, that's a tough one. I would say Assassin's Creed.
That's your favorite game?
Yeah,
All
like
right.
the it
Which
don't matter
one?
which one. Just
Okay.
like the movement in general, like the actual like the stories.
Yep. The storylines, everything. Yeah, those are cool. Yeah.
Well,
So.
another game besides that that's my favorite that I would say shooting wise would
Yep.
be the Halo because I used to play Halo a lot and I still like it. I
You
just
still
don't
you
play.
play the Halo Infinite right now?
No, because for some reason I had to what do you call it? I had to uninstall it because every time I would open it, an error would come up,
Uh huh.
so I had to install it again.
Okay.
But I do
Well,
play it.
so you play Call of Duty as well right now, or no?
Yeah,
All
Call of
right.
Duty.
Which one? A Sheik Island or Big Map or Ranked?
Whatever the teammates are feeling.
All right. So flavor of the day.
Yeah, if it's I for some reason I like playing Cyber Attack, and I don't know why on multiplayer. That
Okay.
was that was the one gets me every time because like I like to interact with the other team as well and like talk smack.
Oh yeah.
But like it's funny because like if I die, I have a chance to get revived.
Yep.
So So I'm like, I can still talk smack back if he smacks me first.
Yeah, and a Sheik Island, come back and try to get him, or a
There you
regular
go.
multiplayer as well. So whichever one. Well, listen, man. Is there where can people find you if they want to look for you? Where do you
Mm,
stream?
I stream on Twitch. It's the
Uh,
same thing, TBZGordo altogether.
all right. And what about social medias or anything if they want to go follow you?
Same thing on Instagram, TBZGordo. I don't really get on Twitter, but I do have
Okay.
a TikTok that I'm barely gonna start uploading because I just got a new hard drive for my
Nice.
videos. So I'm gonna be doing that pretty soon.
All right. Is that same thing? TBZ Gordo? Hoping?
Yeah, and
All
if
right.
yeah, and if you guys want to follow the barber thing, it's Peña_cuts.
Peña_cuts. That's PENA underscore CUTS. Unless you're spelling it with
Yeah.
CUT what? Z. There you go. Cuts, as I was going to say. Unless
This
you
is
spelled it
Dramaldi,
with the Z. Yep. Yep. All right.
but
So there you go, guys. All right, man. Anything else, TBZ, you'd like to share with the people watching right now about you, about TBZ, about
oh,
TBZ Gordo?
the YouTube channel for the TBZ. I forgot to mention that.
All right.
My homie's his YouTube channel is 4K Dro, 4KAYDRO. We
All
have a
right.
bunch of challenge videos that we've done on that, and I'm hoping like that one of them pops off because some of them are pretty funny. He edited
Okay.
really well too.
All right. One more time, the name for YouTube.
It is 4K Dro, 4KAYDRO.
All right, for KAYDRO, everyone. We'll make sure we get the link and put that on the actual final edit when we edit this video and we throw it onto YouTube. All right. We'll make sure also to let you know we normally post everything on Discord. Just so you know, Mr. Gordo over there. So if you once you see it go live on the announcements, you're able to share it also with your familia, friends, and family. Put it up on while you're cutting people's hair so they could know who you are, outside of the barbershop, and how maybe you'll start accepting tips as well for, sitting on laps and ankle pictures.
If anyone requests it in the next month, I'm gonna be astonished.
Right?
Doesn't
Oh,
mean I'm not
dude.
gonna do it though.
Uh-huh. All right, bro. We're gonna have to find that barbershop he works in, guys, and send it over there. And just show up, bro, and be like, "Hey, man, I heard TBZ Gordo's over here showing it's going to be on his menu."
Hey, well, the owner's gonna be so confused.
Ankle picks or lap dances? Which one? What kind of haircut you want? People are gonna be like, "What the F is this?"
There's only 2 options today.
That's it. All right, man. Well, anything else you want to share?
I think that's it, man. I'll be live in like an hour or no, in half an hour.
All
If you
right.
guys want to check the stream out.
All right, everyone. Well, listen, man, I appreciate you, man, stopping by again. Thanks for taking the time to jump onto the Under the Scope podcast. And man, we're honestly moving through these podcasts. You're our episode 14, man. So if anyone hasn't checked out the rest of them, make sure you guys go check out the rest of them. If you guys haven't been on these videos, make sure, and you guys want to tell your story, make sure you hit us up. Yo, Mr. Gordo, appreciate you, man. Thanks again for stopping by. Hope to see you around in the community. And, if you're ever on, want to play some games, let us know. We're always up for some games.
Well, thank you for having me, brother.
All right, man.
For sure. If I see you guys on Halo or anything, I'll be ready.
All right, man. Well, you have yourself a good one, and we'll see you around, man.
Thank you. You as well.
All right, man. See ya. All right, everyone. Well, there you go. That was Mr. TBZ Gordo. As you guys heard, we'll make sure we include all his socials that he shared online, or I guess on this podcast. We'll make sure we put the links, or try to do our best to get the links from them so we could share them and put them on the description when we put this video edited up on YouTube. So if you guys, again, we really appreciate you guys stopping by and listening to these podcasts. These are all about the community members and the people that make the community itself. We are trying to ensure that we continue to provide that outlet for individuals and for other people to meet, others and get to know other people. And hopefully there's a connection there where you guys end up playing, and maybe a long-lasting friendship, relationship, whatever it is that comes out of this. So again, if you guys want to tell your stories, please hit us up. The exclamation point Discord if you're on our Twitch. If not, we'll put up the links, on the description of this video. This video goes up on Under the Scope podcast on YouTube. And like I said, so make sure you check this out over the next few days. We should have that edited and on YouTube as well. All right, everyone. Well, thanks again for tuning in to another episode of Under the Scope podcast. And we hope to see everyone on our next episode of Under the Scope podcast. Have a good one.